Danettes. Meet the Danettes. They're the losers who surround DP. From the town of Milford, it's a crappy place in Old C2. They ride on dance coattails to LA, Super Bowls and on Sport Jeopardy. When you are a Danette, do nothing but screw up every time. Can't work the phone lines, make Dan buy every time.
Oh, Fritzy!
I don't know a lot about sports, but I can drink a lot of beer.
My motto is simple. C's get degrees.
Need a long, inappropriate hug? I'm your man.
I think I'm smarter than you, because I probably am.
Howard College for box score. Hello and welcome to the Box Score. I'm Brock in Los Angeles, of course, joined by the Danettes all the way in from Milford, Connecticut. Welcome again to LA, guys. Big day for you, Todd, Genevieve Morton in the Stu studio. How were you able to keep yourself under control?
Dan gave me a good talking to, as did the Danettes, but especially Dan made it very clear. You know, once Seton booked Genevieve for the show, that I need to keep my distance, that there's paperwork that I had to fill out, and I think the police and government officials were involved as far as a restraining order. So I had no choice but to keep my my distance.
It sounds like an international incident.
Human resources
Were
was
we
called.
picking up any Dracar in the room, guys, extra? Or
Cool water.
Those are my two go-tos. But this time I did not. I wanted to just, I didn't want to distract her from the whole interview.
Have you ever thought
process.
about mixing them?
I did not. That could be interesting.
Could be irresistible
A cool water
potion.
Dracar mix.
Oh, she'd be unable to resist. Well,
know what?
perhaps
I think
you
I'm
were
gonna try
wearing that this morning, because when she came in, I thought things were all well and good, but she gave you what the kids are calling a little shade on the way in.
She threw shade.
Considering what Fritzy said to her the last time she was here, we're just as surprised she came back as you are. Please welcome Genevieve Morton!
Dude,
I hurt.
that was awesome.
That was
Man,
cold.
she knows how to play. She was a lot of fun, but that was pretty spectacular.
yeah.
Your poor little hand.
And that was Fritzy's opposite hand, if you know what I mean.
I'd be lying if I'd say I was genuinely hurt by that. Joke or not, and playful or not,
Yeah.
I'm still standing there on national TV looking like a
We're
dog.
not at him all. I mean, reach out and shake your hands, for God's sakes.
Very awkward.
You brought her onto the show.
Not
What
good.
you were able to, and let's make sure I get one more shot of that. Oh my goodness, that's lovely. You were able to get your one hug in, though. If we could take a peek at that. You were
Yes.
back there by the green room, engaged her
green
in
room
what
hug is
was
a
a
sneaky one.
reasonable hug at the time. And let me see here. But then after the interview was over, you actually went in for another interview.
Yeah, I did. There was a second one. I extended my hand to just give her a handshake, so that needs to be said. And then she said, it's okay to get one more hug in. So
Now those seemed reasonable, McLovin. Were the length of those hugs within reason?
The lengths were not bad. It's just the way Fritzy produced those hugs. Like, he was sure, like, that was his number one. If you had a to-do list,
Yeah.
make sure you get a post-show hug. Like, you sort of arranged the whole room. I feel like you were working on that.
Well, I feel like, you know what, Fritzy, there's a sneaky move in there in the post-show hug, which was the handshake and pull in.
Right.
Like that, I don't know what the grip was there, but I got to tell you, I don't think that young lady was getting away from there without a second
Brock, I'm going to go back
wraparound.
to the pre-show hug. Now, if you remember right, Seton O'Connor was producing the segment and booked her. And he ran to the back room to get Genevieve set up, get her mic on, make sure she's comfortable with what's going on. Fritzy had no business being back in the green room, so he did a green room lock-in. If you notice, she's trying to leave the door.
Yes.
Fritzy's still a pretty good-sized guy, and he did not let her out of the door. She had to hug, and then she kind of made a right to get away from the perviness. If you'll notice, if you could replay that clip. Watch.
Right there, yeah, there's no way she can't
Yeah.
get to the studio.
He has no
with him
business
in the
being
way.
back there.
yeah.
Yeah, I positioned myself in
the
such
pole.
a
Like
way
it was
where
run
she
defense.
was basically
Right.
trapped in the green room, and if she had any interest in appearing on the show, she would have to get around me
She had to
somehow.
pay the toll?
Yeah, so I did. There was some kind of lineman position. So.
Yeah.
Oh, well, she also gave you a picture, Paula, right? The
Yeah.
beautiful portrait. Now, were you going to seal that up, or are we going to risk another John Elway jersey situation?
I was hoping you wouldn't go there, and I'm really hoping Fritzy doesn't go there. Yeah, that's a beautiful picture. Now, one of our staff members is sending that back to the man cave in Milford. It will be addressed to the Milford man cave. Fritzy will have to actually find where our P.O. box is to get it, which he has no idea where that is.
Didn't even know we had that.
That being said,
We have a P.O. box?
I have the feeling Fritzy's going to obtain that at some point.
And I believe that cheeky history, that cheeky.
That was a great story.
Yeah, that is a great story. If you
That
want
was
to check that out.
that was very enlightening how that whole process works.
Now, McLovin, she got on you about the Panthers quarterback Cam Newton. Are you going to take her advice and send him a fruit basket?
The funny thing is, like, Cam Newton, I could say anything about Cam Newton. He would not care. Is there anything I could say that would ever hurt Cam Newton's feelings?
Let's go back to no matter what she said. If you take the clip of her for maybe 7 seconds discussing Cam Newton and you put it on the website and you put Genevieve Morton discusses the Cam Newton situation, you're probably going to get 4 million clicks in 30 seconds.
By the way, wasn't it super cute the way she was talking about Cam Newton? The whole situation, I was like, this is delightful. Finally, some
and then you were like, do you even know what sport he plays or what position?
Was that mean, by the way?
It was a little dismissive.
Dismissive. She never heard of Cameron Newton.
But that's what you get when she dissed
She's from
me.
South
So
Africa.
I didn't mind that you put her in her place like that because
her
she's
justice
got to let me
Well,
have my hand out there and not slap me 5. So.
I can go. All right, so we'll just go behind the scenes.
Well, how about this? How about let's just say that cameras are everywhere.
All right.
Uh-oh.
And McLovin, you may have been set up. And we're going to find out who did it as we bring you a box score exclusive.
McLovin.
Okay, McLovin.
Yeah, Cam Newton.
Okay, who's Cam Newton?
He's the quarterback for the Carolina Panthers. And we just spent like the whole hour where he was sort of trashing the guy a little bit. So it'll be funny. It'll play well.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, all right, great.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right.
You guys, who's Cam Newton?
She did. She said, now, there's another part to that. Do you also have that part of the video or no?
I don't know. Maybe you can explain it to us.
Well, just before she said, who's Cam Newton, I said, hey, when you go out there and sit down at some point during the interview, if you find the time, can you turn to Andrew and say, so what's your problem with Cam Newton? And she said, who's Andrew? And I said, the guy McLovin. And she said, who's McLovin? No. And I said, the guy, he'll be sitting right next to you on the opposite side of Dan with glasses on. And she said, okay. And then she goes, who's Cam Newton? Okay, Cam Newton.
So basically, she's grouping me and Cam Newton together. I'll take that.
You're just as known to her as Cam Newton is, I think, was the idea. Although once I said the guy with the glasses, she had a slightly more like, I think I recognize that. Like, that sounds familiar.
A little ill-prepared for the bits.
Yeah.
Well, either party involved.
That's right. She's beautiful. So really, who cares? All right.
That's right.
Coming up.
She knows his name now.
Yes, we're going to play some dress up, and I think I'm going to throw on a nice, comfortable, a medium Ram 1500 Eco Diesel. Yes, climbing hills and hauling trailers and towing boats. Oh, it is the best costume ever. Oh, Halloween's already passed. We're on to that. It wears a great bikini. Yeah. And I'm sure it may smell good with some cool water in the cab. Get more facts, RamTrucks.com. Guts, glory, Ram. All right, welcome back to the box score. We have made our way back here to the illustrious prop closet, as it were, and it's actually a storage closet. But McLovin, you are fascinated by this.
Love it. I'm so jealous.
Now, Paula, do you guys have something like this out there?
We're getting there. We actually were inspired by the box score. We have a lot of jerseys. We have some props. We find a lot of stuff that was at Dan's house that we just kind of took, but we don't have a prop closet like you guys have.
All right, well, we do. So how about we play a little dress up, as it were? Let's send in 2 of you first, Paulie, McLovin.
All right.
Go in and do your worst. What do we think that they might come out as?
Andrew's probably going to go for something super, I don't know, cool, like Miami cool or something like that.
I could see Paul in some kind of big hairdo type thing to go with his 70s mustache.
Maybe Genevieve Morton pops out?
That is
That'd be
Are we set, gentlemen?
If we're all lucky.
I don't feel like Genevieve Morton's going to pop out of that room anytime soon.
I have my fingers
Let's bring Paulie out here first.
There he is.
Yeah.
That guy. Mr. Pabst, how are you, sir?
Superfly,
It would
right?
take me 9 years to grow this if I wanted to do this naturally.
Is that Movember, but on the top?
I feel good, though. It feels
That
comfortable.
is
Yeah.
pretty
Itchy.
wild
I'm going to go
right
get
there.
started, actually.
You do that, yeah. Bring out McLovin. Let's see it.
Oh no! What happened to
worried.
you?
I'm concerned.
Guy who lost a gunfight.
Yeah, you're on your way out. You need some medical attention.
It's like barbecue sauce.
Is it working? I
No,
can't see
it's
it.
fine. Yeah, I mean, maybe you lost it. Those are safe, though. I like that. The orange tips.
Oh, is that what that means? Yeah, I was wondering about the safety of the prop closet.
Yes.
Are these real guns?
No, security is armed in this building,
Do
so
you guys
they may
have
just
any-
actually mow you down.
You guys have any underwear there for Fritzy to put on? That'd be a cool costume where he actually wore underwear.
I don't know if we do. I don't know if it's men's, but he can try it on. It's silky soft, though. All right.
By the way, have you ever used this fake blood?
no.
I don't remember that.
The fake blood? Yes, I think we used it on, there was an arm wrestling thing, and then there was sprayed all over. It takes a little bit to get it off.
I was about to say, does it stain? That's my next question.
Yeah, well, you know, once your daughters are screaming in terror when you return home. Daddy, what happened?
I think Fritzy's good.
Reggie Miller. Oh, nice. Is this Sherman Richard? I don't know. Who's it?
No.
I'm just part of the box score because I don't want to get fined.
Oh, yeah. All right, of course.
I've never seen Marshawn wear a plaid shirt underneath his jersey, but
It's very rare.
You're going to get fined for multiple uniform violations.
It's a special edition. I'm giving a shout out to a friend who's not feeling
well. It's very
wears a lot of plaid
I
shirts.
just want to get naked.
Woo!
Maybe it's like the Playboy Mansion or something around here, except for my socks, of course.
Look at you.
And then the gray wig, I'm not really sure why. Maybe it's like I'm like a creepy uncle.
You look like you should be on Three's Company.
Little Roper action. All right.
Like to come and knock on your door. What?
Got a mall call.
Yeah, I felt like it's kind of like a 70s, Playboy Mansion type thing.
Okay, well, maybe we all
Maybe I'm old.
gather back up and head to the grotto. Is this going to work for
Seton
everyone?
and I and Scott Baio are going to go kick it later.
Oh, Scott Baio, the man, what a record he has. I mean, move over, Jeter. That was impressive, right?
Yeah,
What a
legend.
run.
All right, well, I don't know what to make of this, but coming up, how about with this, we do a little Know Your Row. We'll see if we can have a little fun with that, okay? We'll be right back.
Also known as Know Your Bro.
The Box Score presents Great Moments in DP Show History.
Genevieve, you've been a very bad girl. I need to see that out of you. I need you to stare into the camera and think of the dirtiest things possible.
Thanks for watching Great Moments in DP Show History. All right, welcome back to the Box Score. Boy, that prop closet. Another great moment in DP Show history. You guys did a show history type thing on the Dan Patrick Show today. Are things rubbing off or from the Box Score? Or?
Oh, yeah, we sample from the box score all the time. We call it stealing. And it was good, though, because 2 days actually grabbed this clip of McLovin talking about, what's the name from Missouri? Blaine Gabbert and Cam Newton. So it was a little clip, but it helped a lot today.
All right, well, we are in the land of superstars and the Playboy Mansion, as you may have mentioned. I'm concerned that Seton may do a Sharon Stone sort of Basic Instinct on my way. Maybe she's a great leading lady, dear God, in heaven. But we were wondering who your favorite leading ladies are or were. Let's see who your row partner thinks they are. Let's play a little of this.
Ooh.
No! Your row!
Let's start with the front row. Seton, can you tell us who Paulie's favorite leading lady is?
Well, I mean, you just have to go all time. I mean, there's only one, aside from Mrs. Pabst, there's the only woman that came to mind. Pam Anderson?
Yes!
Is it Pam Anderson?
Come on, Seton's going to get this one. Pam Anderson. Brock, I really believe, and in all seriousness, if you put Pam Anderson in any movie, it would be better. Like if Pam Anderson was 22 years old and was in Scarface, as great as Michelle Pfeiffer is, boom.
Shawshank Redemption?
Yeah, English Patient with Pam Anderson, boom.
Oh, Citizen Kane, Rosebud, completely different. All right, well, look.
You can go right down the line.
Yes, all right. On to the back row. McLovin, who's Fritzy's favorite leading lady?
Oh, what the heck is that lady's name? She played Emmanuel for years. Sylvia Crystal.
Sylvia Crystal.
Crystal, yeah.
Sylvia Crystal.
Wow.
Is it
Oh my
Sylvia Crystal?
My initial thought is to go Jenna Jameson or someone like that, but I'm not going to be obnoxious with this particular question. I'm going to go Elizabeth Shue. Always liked her. I thought she's and continues to be a great actress and something really cute about her. So of all the leading ladies, yeah, I'm not going Meryl Streep or anything like that or Jessica Lange. That's who I'm going with, Elizabeth Shue.
People do not understand the handicap I have being in Know Your Row with Fritzy. It's like,
That's not fair.
the most random answers in the Elizabeth Shue. I've sat next to you for 7 years. You've never uttered one thing about Elizabeth Shue.
There's no chance you would have got that. That's the name that came to mind. We were watching Cocktail not too long ago, I just remember her being, really cute in a number of movies, leaving Las Vegas, and I just kind of pulled that out of a hat there, feeling the pressure of answering those questions at the time.
And then she whispers into Tom's ear, twins, and he pretends like he would have actually.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Okay. All right, let's see here. On the front row. Polly, who is Seaton's favorite lady?
I didn't make it easy on Paul here.
You know, this is going to be tough because in my head I thought there's a lot of pretty actresses that I could have gone with. But I'm going to go with his favorite movie and one of the great actresses of all time, Meryl Streep, who was a star of Devil Wears Prada. Though I think I'm wrong, I still feel good about my answer.
That's a great guess.
Ooh, that'll be all. Is it Meryl Streep?
McLovin's gonna hate this answer, but Audrey Hepburn. That's my favorite actress.
Yeah, that's my favorite actress.
Yeah.
And even more so because I know it's gonna drive McLovin crazy. Oh, you're so a hipster. That's like the most thing. That's what he's gonna say.
All right.
I can't wait for this next guess. I
Yeah,
cannot
here
wait
we
for
go.
this next guess.
To the back row, Todd Fritz. Who is McLovin's favorite leading lady?
I don't know why the name Daphne Zuniga popped into my mind, but I'm going to go Meryl Streep on this one.
Zuniga.
I have no idea why.
Is it the dingo ate your baby, Meryl Streep?
I'm afraid Seaton's going to say this too, but I'm going to go with Audrey Hepburn, who I was a fan of before Seaton. But you know how the song goes. I think there was a movie called Breakfast at Tiffany's that both of us liked. I know something about something. She said something else. I don't know how that, if it goes like that. She said breakfast at Tiffany's.
That's a
Fritzy
song.
rarely
said
comes up with a guess on his own, so he guessed what I guessed for Seaton's instead of saying what Seaton's actually was. He could have stole one of our two and got it right.
Right.
I honestly thought he was
by the
going
way,
to say
I'm a
Meryl
big
Streep.
Daphne Zuniga fan, so that
How
was.
could you not?
Right.
It was Audrey Hepburn or Daphne Zuniga.
Because we hear you talk about Daphne Zuniga all the time in studio.
I think he
so
had
I
a
see
secret
why he went
crush
there.
from the Melrose Place days. I think he had a little thing for her.
And she's a nice Jewish princess, too.
See, I liked Laura Leighton, the
Spaceballs.
redhead.
I love it.
It's the one I liked.
That's fun.
The winning row today is the front row. Congratulations.
Pam Anderson, thank you.
All right, don't go away. We're getting the guys ready for some sports Jeopardy. But first, it's the box score. We are taking a break to remind you that the Ram Heavy Duty, with its best-in-class towing, torque, and horsepower, doesn't need one. Guts, glory, Ram. We are closing up shop here on the box score. Big day for you guys tomorrow.
Show within the show.
Sports Jeopardy, and it's going to be McLovin, Fritzy, and Polly taking the main stage. Sounds a little stripperish, I know. Woo. But you'll be announcing. There's talk of a brawl breaking out. Will you help, or just to give the play-by-play?
No, I'm a professional. My job is to announce while I'm there, so I would announce the brawl and be as objective as possible. Although I don't really have any experience, being an announcer or doing play-by-play, so that would be an interesting thing to see.
Not that strong of a play-by-play guy.
Long.
All right, now, a lot of talk about the guys in the end here scoring, but are you going to be the silent assassin tomorrow?
You know what? I don't see that happening. I respect these guys' sports trivia knowledge far more than my own. I think if Seaton and I did a battle for third place, I know he was kind enough to step aside and say, I'll handle the announcing duties, but I could see it going in a very embarrassing way for me. When I was initially thinking about it, I was like, I hope I can get a couple right, or at least one right, or not say anything too stupid. Now I'm just hoping to get through it without a panic attack where I got to be whisked to some kind of medical center.
McLovin and I were discussing this yesterday, and I actually think that what's going to happen here is Fritzy's going to win the whole thing, and here's how it's going to play out. Let's say McLovin and I each have $8,000 at the final Jeopardy. Fritzy has like $3,000. McLovin and I will each bet $7,000 or $8,000, and we'll both get it wrong. Fritzy will bet nothing whatsoever and get it wrong and finish with 3,000 exact.
But that won't be a strategy. It'll be because I didn't know how to work the thing and I didn't know, or I didn't know how to bet that either. No one showed me
your
how to
final
bet
bet could win this without you having almost any points.
Very true.
Yeah.
And I have a feeling that's what's going to happen.
Well, the tough thing about being on Jeopardy is when you answer it wrong or give the wrong response. And, of course, Dan gave Rich Eisen a taste of the look of disapproval prior to his visit to Sports Jeopardy.
This Chicago Bears running back ran for 275 yards in one game.
Who is Walter Payton?
That's correct. Now you have to get one wrong. You have to throw one right.
Oh, okay. So let's try it again. Let's try it again. So ask me the same question.
This Chicago Bears running back ran for 275 yards in a single game.
Who is Marion Barber III?
Well, A, my mustache is popping.
Yeah.
2, Rich almost blew the bit by getting it right because he wants to be right so much. He actually answered the Walter Payton question right because it's hard to answer a question wrong. But Dan's got the disdainful look down, D.
All right. A man he never looks at disdainfully.
Yeah, not too
Mr.
much.
Fritzy. Who's on tomorrow?
Josh Duhamel will join us. It'll be interesting to see him and McLovin battle out as they prepare for the upcoming fan duel for Week 9. And Al Michaels, play-by-play voice of NBC Sunday Night Football, all part of tomorrow's show.
Red meat and red wine. Great guy. All right, we are back tomorrow right here on Audience Channel 239. The podcast is available on iTunes or at podcast1.com. Bye. Itchy? Awesome.
I don't know a lot about sports, but I can drink a lot of beer.
My motto is simple. C's get degrees.
Need a long, inappropriate hug? I'm your man.
I think I'm smarter than you because I probably am.
Hey, thanks for watching the box score. Holy cow!